and I did learn quite many things during my job. So it was really interesting. It was really a stepping stone to 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 what I am today, and also it gave me time to think what is important for me and how I want to plan my future career. Yes, it was during my job there. I got a chance to apply to Germany, and I was fortunate to obtain a scholarship to come to Max Planck Institute of Informatics in Saarbrücken, and I did my PhD there in algorithms. That's theoretical computer science. And when you say that this is something that you do you all always planned, and did you always do that? For my case, it was not very clear, right? So I did my after my PhD, I joined industry. So I was not sure if I want to be in academia, but after 3 years in industry, after learning many things there, I am here now. I am a postdoctoral researcher in L3S, Leibniz University, and I'm working on many interesting projects dealing with machine learning and AI applications on precision medicine and privacy. Yeah.
Okay, so probably we will get back to that in a minute on that part. So Avishek, please, how was your story?
Yeah, so my story is a series of serendipitous twists and turns, right? So I come from the eastern part of India. So I'm from Odisha. So my bachelor's studies actually happened in north of India, which was in Allahabad. So in a institute called the Indian Institute of Information Technology, right? So that's triple IT Allahabad. So we were one of the early few batches, right? So we were essentially guinea pigs for all the rest of the batches to follow. But it was a great experience there. So in India, the most important thing which you learn, I think it might be not true anymore, or if it is true, people can relate to me, is that you learn the most from your batchmates when you're in bachelor's. Um, and the hostel structure and the hostel scenario was kind of pretty interesting journey for me. From there, I wanted to do the obvious, which was follow the herd and do an MBA. But thankfully, this is a decision which I did not take. Uh, so I decided to just do again, as Megha took the path of software engineering. I also became a software developer again, right? Surprise, surprise, after bachelor's, right? So I was in Hyderabad for a couple of years, right? And there, what happened was I never thought of doing masters or my PhD. Never. So in India, or at least in my institute, we did not have the how do you call? You did not have the legacy, if you wish, right? So in other IITs, you sometimes have the legacy, but if you go to one rung down, right? So the new institutes or the institutes where not a lot of people have done their PhDs, you don't have this legacy. So you don't have this institutional memory, if you wish, right? Um, but what happened was there was a student who actually, so I was in Microsoft where I did 2 years of my job, right? So there was a student who happened to be my friend, and he was kind of doing his internship, and he happened to stay with us because he was a friend. And there, from there, I actually came to know about Germany, and there is this master's program, and you could actually kind of apply for a scholarship, and if you were lucky, you could not only do it for free, but you could also get money from it, right? So you don't have to actually pay a lot and not go through this rigorous rigmarole of GRE, TOEFL, and all the bunch of these things. So this was nice because I was, if you wish, kind of bored after 2 years of doing my software engineering. So I thought that it would be just a welcome break, right? So if I got, the scholarship was fine or not. So I applied for the same scholarship which Megha mentions, right? So the IMPRS scholarship, right? So for students who are in India, please keep note of this one, right? So IMPRS is the International Max Planck Research School Scholarship. It's pretty nice, distinguished, right? So I was lucky enough to get this, and then rest is history, right? So I thought I would come do 1.5 years of masters. Well, then I stayed for PhD, postdoc, and then I'm a faculty.
Right. So, yeah. So I think it's not very difficult to assume. So both of you get to know during that time, probably when you got this fellowship and when you started this course. Megha, so I'm just going back. So you come from Punjab, and
Yes.
and these days, of course, for very many reasons. Also, Punjab is in the newspaper with farmers and all those things, of course, on the other front. So I actually had a very pleasant memory of visiting Punjab. Actually, I went to Moga. So, and there was a school actually, and they invited me to speak, and so it was a very nice experience. But I haven't yet visited the Golden Temple in Amritsar. So that's one thing in my life I really want to visit, not only on the religious side, but also to see the structure. And also, I was told that it is one of the largest, let's say, place where all 24 hours the food is served for anyone and everyone who is coming. So there is a huge actually machinery in terms of human beings also who are volunteering. Actually, it's not about payments, volunteering. So I want to really see that fascinating phenomenon, and I think at some point of time I really hope that I can visit the place. So yeah, it's very nice to see that two intellectuals coming from completely diverse background from the states, like one is in the Orissa, the other is from Punjab, having its own diversity, and of course Avishek then starting in Orissa, born in Orissa, but then he did in Uttar Pradesh, but you did in Jalandhar. So before we go into things, how are you connected with India? I mean, of course, we all go to India for holidays. Of course, it's always that. Do you also ritually do it every year, both of you visiting Punjab and also Orissa in a short period of time?
Yes, definitely, right? So we plan to visit India every year. I mean, because of Corona, of course, we cannot visit for
Right.
some time, but that's always the plan to visit India every year and go to Punjab as well as to Odisha. Yeah, and also we are well connected in the sense that our parents are also visiting almost every year here. So there is always some India in our house.
That's very nice too. You have put it very nicely. I mean, that's always not the case in for many families for various reasons. Of course, parents could be very old or they have other commitments. Some of them even do not want to leave the social system. They are very afraid that what I will do there, you guys will go to work or take few days holidays, and then we have to sit inside the home. And some of them have language barriers, many. But it would be also nice in that way. Always India is within house. So great.